It's designed to enable you to produce lots of invoices very quickly with minimal work. It learns as you go, so you don't have to do a whole lot of setup initially, and in fact the dispatch operator enters most of the information you'll need to bill your customer. The Smart Billing system can automatically calculate job pricing for both customers and contractors, bills jobs and charges, both casual jobs and permanent jobs and charges. It can produce invoices one at a time or in batches of invoices. It can record account payments, issue credits and reconcile contractor invoices. So it's quite a powerful billing system. Today is just an overview to get you started. If your focus is accounts, you will do most of your work in the Prepare Items for Invoicing window. Right here in the middle is the Prepare Items for Invoicing area here, and we'll come back to that to have a more detailed look. Completed jobs and charges which are created anywhere in Smart appear here to be invoiced. Once a job has been created, it can't be deleted. It must be either approved for invoicing or marked Never Invoice. So you don't have to worry about scraps of paper falling off the control room table. Before we go on, perhaps a little bit of terminology. The customer in Smart, quite obviously, is the person that gets billed for the job. And you can go to customer details by pressing this button here, or you can go to accounts on the main menu, customers, customer details. A location is the place where the job's actually carried out, also sometimes called a site. You can get to locations by pressing the location button down here or up on the top toolbar, or by going to maintenance and then locations. Generally speaking, location information is entered by the dispatch operator, so you shouldn't have to worry about that one either. A contractor is the company that's being paid for the work that is done for you. If your work is done for you by employees, you might like to set your own company up as a contractor, just so that you can record who's doing the work. Contractors have service providers, and they're the people that actually carry out the work. So service providers can be added here. Here's a service provider, or by going to maintenance and then service providers. Again, service providers are primarily a dispatch concept, much less than a billing concept. Smart also supports the concepts of divisions. A division is a separate operating company within your group who's going to charge customers under their own name and for who you want to report under their own name. So here's an overview of the workflow in Smart. Jobs are created in the operations area. There are several different screens in the operations area where a job can be created. Jobs that are created here don't reach your domain until they've been completed. Once they've been completed, they show up in the Prepare Items for Invoicing window. Periodic charges, which don't require any sort of dispatch work, such as perhaps alarm monitoring charges or other standing charges, are generated automatically in the periodic charges area. And at whatever interval, they're also sent to the Prepare Items for Invoicing area. So all roads lead to the Prepare Items for Invoicing area. Remember, once a job or a charge has been initiated in Smart, it can't go anywhere until it's been through the Prepare Items for Invoicing window. You can print invoices from within this window, or you can go to the Print Invoices window. And once you've produced invoices, you can, and money starts to roll in, you can subsequently receive payments by going to the Receive Payments window. You can also reconcile your contractor invoices. There's a powerful system here if you go to Accounts, Contractors, Contractor Invoices. It can save you a lot of work in terms of reconciling those invoices. And finally, of course, you can run lots and lots of reports. So you can go Accounts, Reports, and here's quite a wide range of reports in here so that you can see what your business is doing and what your debtors are doing. Now let's talk about how pricing works. Service codes are set up here at Maintenance Services. So you've got a list of service codes and descriptions. We can search just by pressing, in this case, the letter R. We'll go down to alarm responses. You can structure these service codes however you choose. We recommend that you have as few of them as possible. In the pricing area, you have various options to use block rates or hourly rates. We won't go into the details of those today, but these are the default rates. So if no other price applies for the customer, then these are the default prices. So to that. Now let's go back to your prepare items for invoicing screen. When you first do a job for a customer, or you first utilise a service provider or contractor for a job, the default price applies. So when a job for that customer first appears in your domain in the prepare items for invoicing area, you open the job, you go to the customer rate area over here, click that button, and here you can now override that standard price with whatever the price might be for that particular customer. And if it doesn't already recalculate, you can press the calculator button down here. Once you set that new price, it will be applied for this job and for any future jobs for that customer. It doesn't go back and change the price of previous jobs for that customer, because that's probably not what you would want to happen. Similarly, in this same area, you can set up the contractor rate. There we go, and the contractor rate screen is almost identical to the customer screen. One other option, you can have a percentage of the customer charge, and again we can set up prices. Once you set up prices in here for this contractor, then that same price will apply for that contractor regardless of which customer they're servicing at the time. Also, from the job details screen, you can drill down to lots of other information. You can drill down to the customer details screen. You can create an override rate for this particular location for this customer. You can go to location details and see a lot of information about the location, its history and its operational service, and clearly you can see jobs, lots of detail about the job over here. So just to recap, what you're going to do in your prepare items for invoicing screen is, on a regular basis, preferably every day, you're going to come in here and see what jobs are in the not approved area. You're going to work your way through these jobs and solve any problems that are highlighted. Once you're happy with the pricing of that job, you can mark the job by pressing the space bar and come down here to press approve one or marked, and that'll remove that job from your queue and place it over here in the approved queue. So these are jobs that are waiting to be invoiced. Once you've got a list of jobs to be invoiced, you simply choose print invoice, print a batch invoice, and those jobs are now going to be invoiced. If you wish to, you can invoice a single job, so you can just invoice the highlighted job, and you also have the option of exporting a list of jobs if that's what you need to do. You've got some other options here which don't concern us just at the moment, and you've got access to lots of other information. So generally speaking, if you're an accounts person, this is your window. It's called the Prepare Items for Invoicing window, and from here you can approve and invoice items without leaving this screen. Well, that's the end of our quick tour of Smart. I hope this video has been useful for you. We love your feedback, so please let us know. Call us or email us if you'd like to see something different or there was something in the video that wasn't clear to you. Thank you for your time.